Hi, I'm Tim Haynes, and I've got 4 words for you. Where are the Catholics? As I peruse the internet, I find a whole lot of big-mouth anti-Catholics all over the place. They come in the form of atheists, godless secularists, evangelicals, and Protestants. Now, that's not to say that all of these people hate the Catholic Church, but most of them do. And all of them have big fat mouths and empty, uninformed opinions about why the Catholic Church is evil. What are you doing about it, Catholics? What are you doing while they spit in the face of your mother? What are you doing while they hold a knife to the throat of your mother? What are you doing while they punch your mother in the face? I know what many of you are probably thinking. Well, it's just their opinion. They're entitled to their opinions. Wrong. If you think people are entitled to spit in the face of the Catholic Church, then you must not know what it is to be Catholic. The Catholic Church is God's beacon of the true and the good on earth. The Catholic Church comes to us from God. The Catholic Church was placed here by God to lead all of you into heaven through the sacrifice of His Son Jesus Christ, who was nailed to a cross and beaten to a bloody pulp for you. If you think people with opinions should just be freely entitled to mock, ridicule, besmirch, and defame the Holy Catholic Church, then I suppose you'd be fine with those same people punching your earthly mother in the face right in front of you. Don't be shocked, it's the exact same thing. Your earthly mother gave birth to your body. Your spiritual mother, the Church, gives life to your soul. The Holy Catholic Church gave birth to Western civilization. Western civilization owes its very existence to the Holy Catholic Church. And most importantly, the Holy Catholic Church is the bride of our blessed Lord Jesus Christ. Yet too many of you are silent as she is attacked. Do you think that silence exists with the enemies? Do you think the atheists or other anti-Catholics are that silent? Nope. As I said, they're the ones with the big mouth. Do you think the enemies of the church are as disorganized as Catholics are? Do you think atheists think you're entitled to your opinion? No, they think your opinion is oppressive. Do you think secularists believe you're entitled to your opinion? No, most of them think the Catholic doctrine is evil. Do you think any of our enemies are just standing by when we say a word against their evil philosophies? Nope. We've reached a critical crisis in the culture of the world and in the culture of the church when atheists, secularists, and other anti-Catholics have more character, more identity, and more fire for their stupid philosophies than do Catholics have for their philosophy of the one truth. Anti-Catholics are the only ones speaking up, and the more I find this online and in the world, I also notice the less I find Catholics speaking up. Catholics do not speak up to refute them. Catholics do not speak up to defend the church. But say word one against their favorite sports athlete or movie star, and boy, will you get a response then. Catholics, the time to be half-hearted about your faith is over. It is long over. It is time to wake up. Because the more we surrender the world to the hands of the enemies of the truth, the worse the world becomes. The more common and accepted the secularist philosophy becomes, the worse the world becomes. The spread of sexually transmitted diseases, a skyrocketing divorce rate, a decline in respect for marriage and family, and nearly 4,000 children killed in the womb each and every day in this country alone. And they call it a right. The church teaches us that life is sacred. Secularists believe life is negotiable. The church believes marriage is a covenant. Secularists just believe it's a partnership. The church believes sex is dignified. Secularists believe it's a game. The church believes that you are something special. Secularists will tell you that you are just an animal. Where am I going with this? Very simply this. Catholics, you are in possession of the truth, and you consume the truth each and every time you receive Holy Communion at Mass. Yet you would never know how special and exceptional Catholicism is by the way Catholics are conducting themselves. You would never know how special or exceptional being Catholic is by the way Catholics are conducting themselves. By conduct, I don't just mean their moral conduct or ethical conduct. I'm talking about how they fail to stand up for the Church. So Catholics, speak up, stand up, and wake up. Look at what they're saying about your mother. Do you think there was this kind of hatred and vitriol for the Catholic Church 20 years ago? No. Now it's become stylish to hate the Catholic Church. And you know who's helping to make that happen? Catholics. Brothers and sisters, this is no ordinary walk in the park. Things have gotten very, very serious in the world. You can call me crazy, call me whatever you like, I'm sure you will anyway, but believe what I'm about to tell you. The devil is not just knocking on our doors, he's crossed the vestibule, he is in the hallway. And while he is doing that, Catholics are sleeping, spending their time at the spas, at Target, and patting Father on the head for that beautiful little homily that he gave, which mentioned not a single word of hell, not a single word of the devil, not a single word that there is evil in the world and that Catholics are called to combat it. I don't know what religion most Catholics think they belong to, Probably Buddhism for all I know, judging by their behavior. But Catholics, you need to wake up. Stand up for the truth, stand up for the church, stand up for Christ who stood up for you on the day of his crucifixion. Educate yourself, arm yourself to defend the church and the faith whenever it is challenged. Get to know your Catholic self all over again, Catholics. It's time to stand up. It's time to remember who you are, and it's time to show the world who you are. May God be with you all.